This is our update roundup. I actually need to share my slides here. Cool.
Nice picture. That's awesome.
Yeah, Diana's doing a fantastic job here. Cool. All right, guys. July 2022 update roundup. Super excited to have you guys here. Thank you very much. We're just going to start. I'm going to assume this is running just fine on Facebook and YouTube. Diana in the background will hopefully check in with us and let us know. Nonetheless, let's get started here. So thank you again. There's been a tremendous amount of support. A lot of people have been reaching out, wanted to work with us. A lot of cool stuff happening and a lot of support. So I want to say thank you to all of you guys, and obviously to our user and community as well. So thank you. So we're going to go through what's our latest updates inside of Pebble. So first of all is our big rebrand. We actually have now I mean, it's funny because on our presentation here, it says REI conversion still at the bottom, but we are now rebranded fully as Pebble. So you're going to have to get used to it. So we're super excited about that. Next of all, domain change. We are moving over from reiconversion.com to Pebble, REI.com. Now, this affects everything from our homepage to the app itself. So we made an announcement about this. Your password saving, your password savers, I don't know what you call it, but your password savers are not going to be able to load up your username and password on the new domain because it is a completely different domain. So you'll definitely want to update that. If you need to reset your password, you can do so. So from now on, logging in is app.pebblerei.com. Don't worry if you have our old domain bookmarked. It will still redirect you. Kevin, is that right? It will actually redirect.
Yes, it will. Yeah. Once we make the change, everything will, accessing pebblerei.com will redirect you over to, accessing reiconversion.com will redirect you to pebblerei.com. So no changes on that end. Just if you have your password manager, you'll just need to change the URL there, so it'll prompt you to fill in your password.
Yeah. So we've completely rebranded. We've got a brand new look. We've rolled it out on our marketing site. We're still sort of in the middle of transitioning over on our homepage, pebblerei.com. We're really excited about the new look. We're also going to be bringing that into the app. So the app has a completely refreshed look, a lot of layout changes. In fact, I'm going to get Kevin, if you want to share your screen, and I will pull you up on here, and we can sort of demo some of this. All right. Here we go.
All right. So brand new look. We spent a lot of time with our designers to make sure that this is kind of a fresh and very clean and stable look here that's going to really follow our brand going in the future. And we've also made some really important changes for those of you who are in our beta program. You've been playing around with our new property page. And we've really tried to streamline things, make things faster for your process. So entering data, doing all the things that you do, we've really tried to make that a priority. So what we have here is our new brand. We have a brand new sidebar, and this sidebar also hides itself automatically. So as soon as you move your mouse over it, the sidebar goes away, and now you have much more content devoted to the thing you're looking at. So this is particularly important on like the seller leads on the board. You'll get a lot more real estate to sort of see everything at one time. And then just hovering over the sidebar shows you that. All right, so let's dive into the property page. This is where we've made the most changes, and we think that these are really going to be enhancements that are valuable. So I'll just pull up a property here. And you'll see that everything has moved onto a single page. So all of your map and your images and your documents, everything is now just on one big page. And before we had separate sections, so you had to like go into map and go into documents, and it was sort of like you had to kind of hop around. So now everything's sort of at your fingertips, one page, and then you can just scroll down to see everything. So this includes all of your custom fields, which we've now completely revamped. Previously, if you wanted to edit a value here, you had to click an edit button, right? So let's say I wanted to change the school district to something else. I would have to click edit, which would make it into a form, click into here, type something else, click save. And if I forgot to click save, it would blow up. Or if I forgot to click save and I left, I would lose it. So not awesome. So we've taken that 3-click process, edit, type, save, to just basically no clicks at all. You just type in, and as soon as you type, everything is going to get changed on the fly. And same with all these drop downs. They'll now show everything in line here. Checkboxes will automatically update. So no more clicking to edit, clicking to save. You just type in your data and you know that it's all going to be there as you go. So, and then everything, for those of you who are like tab kings and go through and just tab through everything, everything will just go from one section to the other. You can just like hammer out stuff as quick as you want. Another thing that I want to bring up is the ability to change these custom fields right on the fly. So before, if you recall, if you wanted to add a new custom field, you had to click change fields. That would bring you to a totally separate page with all your custom fields. You'd have to scroll down and find your section and then add the new field. Once you had that in there, you had to go back to your property that you were looking at. And so that's like not awesome. So you click edit here. Now you get all of your custom fields. You can just move these around and you'll see that those automatically reflect on the property on the property. So you move these around, you can add new fields. Let's call this a new field. We'll make it a checkbox. Click save. And there we go. We've got the new field. I can just close this out. And now we've got our new checkbox field there ready to go. So so that's kind of a definitely an easy thing to do now. Everything's just on one page. No more hunting around to change your custom fields. Cool. So the rest of it is we've done a lot of tweaks in a lot of different places. So your colors are a lot more unified now. So if you go to edit your stage colors, we have a new color palette that sort of gives everything on the same brand. And you'll see those colors reflected throughout the application. So all the colors will sort of match each other and look nice together. So for those of you who have a design eye, that will be pleasing. I don't so much, so I'm just like, red's red. But some people do care about colors making a lot of sense together. So that's the new updates, and we'll get your feedback as we launch this, and obviously make changes where we need to. But we think that will be a big update.
Awesome. Great. Well, we're going to keep going on here. We've also added some new postcard templates. We're going to constantly add new templates in here. We're going to be also adding, coming shortly here, it's going to be paired up with our webinar that is coming up, some letter templates. So I'm excited to share that in next week. So hang in there for that. All right. So what's coming up ahead here? We just talked about the streamlined property page that is going to be coming out here. So we just kind of demoed all of that. Also, email integration. So we talked about this a little bit last time. Text and email follow-up. We're going to be tackling this. Is going to be in a multi-phase step. It is huge in terms of development and planning. So I know you guys are very excited about it, but we obviously going to take the right steps to make sure we build something very, very solid for this. So we're going to be starting off with the email side of things, and we're going to update you guys along the way. So I know that you guys have been asking, and I wanted to make sure we address that for you guys. And finally, next week, if you haven't heard, Travis King and I are going to be doing Profits from Portfolios webinar. This is really all focused on why we're not removing duplicate owners. There's many reasons why people typically remove duplicate owners, but a lot of it had to do with the technology behind it. We've got a smart property grouping tool inside of Pebble that'll group your properties for you from multiple, sellers of multiple properties, or owners of multiple properties, or portfolio owners, whatever you want to call them. And really, we get that chance now to, avoid that and really make this as incentivizing as possible when we're doing our mailing. So Travis has this strategy, one of his playbooks he has been doing for a long time, and he's going to be finally sharing that with the webinar here. So I'm super excited. It really is some of the tips and tricks, and he is really spearheading this. We're talking like some of the most value come from owners with multiple properties. So I know you guys are going to walk away with something from that. So make sure you go to pebblrei.com/portfolio. There's going to be a ton of surprises on there as well. So you do not want to miss that. And that happens next week on the 14th. In fact, that's going to be at this time. So exactly this time next week. Please make sure you do not miss this. I get asked this all the time after the fact. And you kind of sort of miss the boat on that. So do make sure you join us for that. Aside from that, guys, let's open it up for some questions and answers here. In fact, we already have a couple questions. Mel, it's always good to see you here. Let's quickly take these on here. So Mel asks, what about when losing data when two people are in one lead? Do you mean when two people are in one property page? Maybe when people are updating that property page? Oh, Kevin, you're muted for some reason. Oh,
Sorry.
there you go.
Yeah. So this. So yes, there could, in the previous way, things could get out of sync. So if you were editing a property and you click that edit button, and then the thing turned to a form, and then you type in something, and simultaneously somebody else in like your VA was looking at the same property and they clicked edit, there could have been the potential that that one person would win, right? Because one person would save their data, their change, they would see that reflected, but then the other person had the form in edit mode, so they're still seeing the old data. They make their change, they click save, and their changes would blow away what you changed. So that was a problem. It was fairly uncommon that would happen, but we recognized that it was a problem. This new changes that we just demoed today will totally solve that. So now that we are pushing updates on the fly, so changing things as they're made, those changes will get synced immediately. So no need to worry about basically as they're typing changes, you will see those changes reflected just as you are typing. So unless you're physically changing the exact same field at the exact same time, in which case the later person might win in that case, but we won't. If they're changing something else about the property, that will not override. So
Mel also asks, what if you only want to target one of the properties if there's more than one? Yeah, great question. So just like you would be doing usually, right? If you only want to target one, then it's just the regular gameplay where you just remove that one, that second property that you don't want there. So really sort of the typical formula. But if you're looking to target multiple, then Pebble will take care of that automatically. So Pebble will automatically group those together for you.
I imagine this is the case where, where you upload a list with multiple properties targeting one seller.
Mm-hmm.
but you only want to reference that one property in your letter,
Yeah.
one of the multiple properties. It is.
You could, I mean, you could delete that property record. One of the easiest way is the same formula as remove it off the list and scrub
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. If you have, maybe Mal, if you want to shoot us an email with your specific use case, and exactly what you're doing, we might be able to come up with a solution for you. But without knowing exactly what you want to show and what you don't want to show in that letter, it'd be better to do it by email. So just shoot us an email and we'll talk through that.
Mel, you mentioned you would add me to the beta. We'll double check that. I know we
Yes, I
mentioned
thought we
that.
did.
Yeah, that's right.
We will do that.
We will.
So
We will
apologies if
double
we
check that for you.
didn't do that, but we will. I'll make a note to ping our assistant on that.
Well, we appreciate you guys joining us on this update roundup. We will be live next week, so I'm looking very forward to this with Travis. Do not miss this. Hopefully, you guys can add this as part of your playbook of different strategies. So, other than that, guys, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next month on our next update roundup, guys. See ya.
Thanks. Bye.